On the dividend news, we do have a couple companies that raised their dividends. So Enterprise Products Partners LP hiked its distribution by 3.0% to 51 cents per unit. This marks 26 straight years of increase for EPD. And the other one here that we do have is Realty Income, which just declared its 643rd consecutive common stock monthly dividend. The dividend amount of 25 cents per share is unchanged from last month. Realty Income now has a yield of 5.2% and has hiked its dividend 29 consecutive years. The last one we do have is Lennar Corporation, hiked its dividend by 33.3% to 50 cents quarterly and increases buyback authorization by an additional $5 billion. What's up everybody, this is Antonio here bringing you episode 221 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday, it's time to go over the portfolio, what I bought, what I sold, what dividends came in, what options I placed, which ones we had to manage, which ones had to roll, and how much premium we collected in general, because you guys already know every single Sunday we come back, we look at our scripts. This is my Google Sheets I do have, it's my dashboard. This is a script I do have. This kind of what are projections of how much my portfolio is kind of expected to pay out on a monthly basis. Every single Sunday, guys, we come back, we kick off these scripts, we see this continue to increase every single week, which I did buy a lot of SCHD this past week, so we should hopefully see this grow some. But anyways, we'll kick it off towards the end of the video, so definitely stick around to see how much we increased it. But as you guys already know, 2023, guys, it was an awesome month. I guess not an awesome month, but an awesome year for dividends. We made a total of $4,493.74. You guys can kind of see the staircase, which is very, very awesome to see. I can't wait what 5, 10, 15 years from now what this portfolio is going to be generating. And then right here on the quarterly, guys, on the quarter we're making, or at least last quarter, we made $1,636.54, guys, passively. We had to do absolutely nothing for this. And this is very important because this income is so awesome because we had to do nothing. I continue to go to my day job, and this portfolio just works for me. They were basically, my portfolio is working in parallel with my 9-to-5 job, and this income right here is getting reinvested into the portfolio. So the following quarter, we should hopefully see a lot more payments, and you guys can see this staircase getting larger and larger over time. Of course, it's a slow snowball that, back in 2019 Q1, we were only making $100.06 every 3 months, and then it started compounding. The second quarter, $127, and then the third quarter, and then because I continue to add into the portfolio, I also keep reinvesting those dividends. You can see this growing and growing, and like there's going to be a certain point where we get to where the contributions that I add to the portfolio is not going to make a huge difference. What's going to make the huge difference is these dividends we get quarterly. They're going to compound and buy more shares. I believe I have a lot of SCHD now, which it almost buys about, I believe, 7 shares every time it drips. So every quarter, we're collecting about 7 additional shares of SCHD, and that continues to grow as long as SCHD stays at the current share price. But if we do look at the options premium, we're also using options to try to help us increase this portfolio size, which right now for January, so far we've collected $226.36 in premium, which brings our total return on our portfolio, assuming how much we have invested so far, to 0.19% in the green. This is awesome to see as well. Here, if I show you on the goals, I do need to make a video for this. I will be probably releasing it out for you guys. I need to have some goals for 2024, because this is kind of what kept us very disciplined for 2023. Of course, some of them we did not achieve, but at least we stayed focused and aimed at trying to achieve them. And we're definitely off way better. If we look back at 2022, we're definitely way higher in the portfolio value, generating more income, and hopefully in the long term we continue to do that. But total invested right now so far, we're at $119,601.84. Very, very awesome to see. If I do show you the options, you'll see that, of course, we're here at $226.36. First month for 2024. We still have a lot of months left, and we still have 2 more weeks with this month. And then if I show you the dividend payout, so this is the companies that are expected to pay me out in my portfolio. This is another script I do have. I'll kick it off later in the video, but right now we have JP Morgan, which will be paying us on the 31st of January. That's our next dividend payment. And then we have Starbucks, which then we're going to get paid on the 23rd of February, and then Microsoft on March 14th on Pi 3.14. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and actually get started with the video. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, we are at $227,729.69 on the day change. That's $1,181.35, which comes out to be a 0.52%. 2-year change, we're actually at $39,619.45, which is a positive capital appreciation of 21.06%. And then if we do look at the positions here, you'll see that capital appreciation 26.99%, $48,299.03 that we haven't taken gains or profits on. Cost basis is at $178,976.53. You'll see we do have about $454.13 here. And then we do have actually 2 covered calls on Apple. They will be expiring next week at a strike price of $165. You'll see Apple that's trading around $185, $186. So we're gonna manage these hopefully next week. We'll see what happens there. And then we do have 1 covered call on JP Morgan. I am actually looking into probably staying away from covered calls because some of my positions that I had a really good cost basis, they got sold away from covered calls because the market just went up this past year. So I'm gonna try to stay to cash secured puts, just continue to accumulate more shares, continue to collect premium. And as you'll see here, we're in JP Morgan covered call 160, expires next week as well. We're kind of in the money on this one by about $9. And then we have these other positions that will eventually get to 100 shares, but I'm really not planning to actually sell covered calls against them anymore. I'm probably just going to collect the dividend and continue to do cash secured puts to accumulate more shares. We do have 1 SCHD covered call here. We're in the money on this one as well, which by $3. It also expires next week. So we're going to be doing a lot of option management next week for some of the positions we do have here. And then you'll see here we do have 755 shares of SCHD. We're trying to get to 1,000 shares. That'll be a huge milestone for me. And then as well here, we do have $49,000 invested in the US Treasury Money Investor, which we're kind of roughly getting about 5% return. They do pay out monthly, so that's very awesome to see. This is all uninvested cash, so I'm selling cash secured puts against Microsoft, sometimes on SCHD, and we're going to continue doing that until we get assigned shares, and then we'll actually exit out of this US Treasury Money Investor ETF or mutual fund, whatever it is. We'll sell out of it and cover our positions there. But if I do show you guys here on the performance, you'll see that we're up in the green by $26,230.05. Very, very cool to see this continue to grow larger and larger. You'll see back in 2022, we were in the red. Wish we were back then, could have bought some more, accumulated more shares. And then you'll see here, we do have about a 13.09% return there, which is great to see as well. If we do look at the investment income, we're projected to make about $6,834.57 in the next 12 months. That averages out about $569.55 monthly wise. February so far is showing about $294.71, and then for March $864.94, and then April $548.99. So very, very awesome to see. Hopefully we continue to see this getting larger and larger. If I show you guys here the history, I can kind of show you guys what we did this past week. So I do have it to start from the 8th of January all the way till the 13th of January here. And then if I scroll to the very bottom, We do have the first one on the 8th. We placed a sell to open, so we placed a cash secured put against Microsoft for a strike price of $365. It wouldn't expire till the 12th of January, so this was a weekly. They did pay me $120.34 after fees. Right away, guys, Microsoft moved up, so I did a buy to close. I bought back my cash secured put here that we did have. Bought it back at $44, so I made immediately about an $80, $70 profit there. And then as well, right away as well here, I did a sell to open, moved up in strike price, sold another cash secured put on Microsoft for $370. Strike price here was a weekly, and they paid me $133.34. So we made about $200 or so there. And then you'll see here on the 8th as well, I ended up buying. So I bought SCHD, guys. Bought 4 shares at $76.83. Continue to dollar cost average into this position, trying to reach that $1,000 mark. I guess not $1,000, but $1,000 share amount of SCHD here. Spending about $307.34. We got on the 10th, we got the dividend from Altria, which was $152.03. Imagine when this drips. And then on the 11th, we did buy some more SCHD here. We bought another 4 shares at $75.96, spending about $303 here. And you'll see here the drip on the 11th happened for Altria, which it purchased back about 3.68 shares at about $41.22. So the following quarter, guys, we will get paid more Altria because now I bought almost close to 4 shares. And you'll see here on the 12th, we continued to dollar cost average to the portfolio. So we put $100 into the portfolio no matter what's happening. We also on the 12th, Costco paid its special dividend. I think they were paying about $15 per share. We collected $379.33 from Costco special dividend. That's a lot of money there, guys. And then on the 12th here, we do have SCHD again. I ended up purchasing another 4 shares. So we bought 12 shares total of SCHD this week at $76.25, spending about $305 here. So we did a lot of purchases for SCHD, and then the Altria dividend dripped, and then we got the Costco special dividend. So it was a great week, great passive week actually. So let's go ahead and actually see how much we collected in passive income this week, guys. I do have this button. It's called calculate dividends. All it does is adds up all the dividends in my page and adds in pop-ups. So let's go ahead and see. And guys, $531.36 in passive income. Had to do absolutely nothing for this, guys. I can't wait till the portfolio is generating a couple thousand every single month in dividends. So powerful, great tax benefit, and you could eventually live off of these. But that's a lot of amount of money that I don't have to go work for, but my portfolio does go work for me. So I'm converting that active income into passive income, and that's kind of what we want. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets so we can wrap up this video and see how much we grew the dividend snowball this week. Alright guys, so we're here at the dashboard. You'll see here that we do have this copy. I already have it over here, so we can kind of see the difference in how much we grew the dividend snowball by the end of the video. Again, on the options premium, we did make, I guess for January so far, we're at $226.36. Rate of return for 2024, we're at 0.19%, which is great to see. We want to be in the positive here. If we do look at the options, this past week, we collected $209.02. This was all from just selling those cash secured puts against Microsoft, which did expire actually worthless. So we got to keep our just the premium plus the income on that US Treasury money investor account, collecting a 5% return. Great strategy there. And then on the 7th, we did collect $17.34. So in total, about $226.36. Can't complain on that. And then if I show you guys here the dividend payout, so we do have 3 companies. Let's go ahead and go over here to portfolio tools. Once you click get latest dividends, this will get wiped. It'll actually go out and through my portfolio, see if any companies declared dividends this week, and we'll find out. It actually looks like nothing got declared in my portfolio because I don't have that many positions. And if we do look at the settings, we can go ahead and get rid of this. This is the old snapshot from last week of my portfolio. Let's go ahead and jump over to Empower so we can get the latest version of our portfolio from this past week. Alright guys, so I'm here at Empowers on my Schwab account. You'll see this green button is called Copy Holdings. So this contains all my positions from this past week, or I guess the latest positions of my portfolio. We can jump back over, right click, it pastes it to the clipboard, or it copies it. Then we can do paste values only. Now I have the latest version of my portfolio that contains all the purchases from this past week. If I do go to holdings, this is an old snapshot from last week. So once I go to portfolio tools and click update for portfolio holdings, this will get wiped out. It'll parse out the new stuff we just pasted, and we'll see how much we grew the dividend snowball. Again, I do have tutorials for all this stuff, guys, completely available for free. All I ask in return is that you're subscribed with that bell notification, and you support the channel by dropping a big thumbs up on my videos. Definitely would appreciate it. But let's go ahead and click on it, portfolio holdings. You'll see it gets wiped. It's parsing out the new stuff. We can jump back over here and give it a second or two, wait till this is all done. And looks like it's actually done. So on the projected dividend yield, we did go down 3.63% compared to 3.65%. And that's probably because the portfolio did move up in price. On the yield on cost, though, we're actually at 4.62%. So it did stay the same. On the yearly, though, we're at $8,273.91 is what the portfolio is projected to make yearly. And then on the monthly, we're projected to make $689.49 on a monthly basis compared to $685.32 from last week. So we did go up about $4 on the weekly, $159.11 compared to $158.15 here. On the day, we did go up to $22.67, so about 14 pennies we did go. So every day now we're making 14 pennies more passively, or that's what the portfolio is making. On the hourly, we're still making 94 cents every single hour that goes by. On the hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $3.98 every single hour for the 40 hours, compared to last week of $3.95. They're doing such a great job. They may became the employee of the month because they went up by 3 pennies. They got a great raise, and we'll eventually try to get this one to minimum wage, which we'll see how long that takes, but that'll be a huge milestone when we do achieve that. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and you guys can kind of see the compounding taking effect. It does take time, but as long as we got time, we're going to see that snowball compounding. I remember the 8th wonder of the world is compound, and you know, it's such a beautiful thing. And anyways, guys, this is actually all I have for you guys. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing as well. Drop a big thumbs up on the video, definitely would appreciate it. And if you stuck all the way to the very end, let me know by dropping a hashtag SCHD, because guys, we are continuing to continue to increase the position in our SCHD portfolio. We're going to eventually get it to 1,000 shares. We'll see how long that takes. But anyways, I'll see you in the comment sections. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.